What's up, guys? It's your boy, Dope Randy, back at it again with another video as the chase for the trucks continue. As ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do the Talladega, whatever 250 divided by 4 is. We're really doing this live. 60 from Talladega Superspeedway in Talladega, Alabama. This is our second time at Dega. The last time we went to Dega, I got to partake in it, and you know, the big one happened. We got hit by I don't even know who. It could have been about 25,000 different people that race. Stack ups were galore, and it was just an annoying. We got 9th or 8th. I don't even know. No, we got 8th. Yeah, we got 8th. And lost by about 20 seconds, so a quarter of the track, which is not good news. The last actual race we did, we went to what was it? Chicago? Yeah, Chicagoland. And we tried finding our way back up through the field after a good an average first stage, a terrible second stage, and then we got caught up in an accident, minor accident in stage 3. We was hovering around again 8th to 9th. We was about to get P7 after an incident at the front 7. Then, you know, we had to get sideswiped onto the apron, and we got 9th after that. So we're 17 or 18 points back of the leader at the moment. What are we, 3rd in points? Yeah. So we're 3rd in points, but we need to make up some ground as qualifying is now live for the trucks. And oh my goodness, look at that 88 truck go. That is sketchy, ladies and gentlemen. That's the 20 and the 8 make contact, and then he's going to go all the way down to the bottom. I'm just going to hold my line, and then Cutto and Titleist make, well, and okay. So we kind of save it. Oh, that was at the last second, and then that just ended everything. Okay. So that was just bound to happen with all these trucks together like that. We came away kind of unscathed. The bad news is that we pretty much have no one to work with, which stinks. But, yeah, I can't say whose fault that was. There was a bunch of combustible elements in that. But, yeah, the bad news, ultimately, in the long run, is I am all by myself, and that means we're going to have no lap, but we can try to make the best of it, which is always what you're supposed to do. That's a lesson for you kids. Always make the best out of something. As we're coming to the white flag, 1 lap to go in the qualifying race, presented by Subway, #cheap plug. And the best way to get a fast lap by yourself is to run as slow as you can. But the problem with me is that since I'm on preset 7, I'm going to go ahead and say that I am the loosest truck in the field for this session. But we're doing an okay job here. Okay job. We're going to try to tuck it down into turn 3. That was almost too close. And then as you can see, we're just swerving. This is no braino. As we're probably getting a little too high, but it really doesn't matter at this point. As that's going to be that, and we get a 54.10, which is not good. Not good at all. We're going to be starting in the back of the pack, but the good news is, like any NASCAR fan would know, you can go from the back to the front at Talladega in the blink of an eye. So I'm not really worried. What has me worried, though, is that you better like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell to turn on all notifications. It is stressing me out, fam. We need some likes, and we need some subs. I've been stuck on the same 44 subs for a fortnight. So, if you're new to the channel, what are you waiting for, dude? This is amazing content, ladies and gentlemen. And I would be darned if you miss out on it. So, thank you all for watching, as always. Wait, that's the outro. But yeah, thanks for the support, guys. If it wasn't for y'all, there would be no channel. And I appreciate the support. So, we get 13th out of 16, which is bad. And you see, we were a second and a half behind the pole, which is just ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. And we now have a whole 20 trucks, which is good. And so we're starting 13th out of 20. Now, if you recall, Talladega, in every stage, there's always a big one. In every stage, it seems like. And this first stage ain't no different. Everyone is all excited and jittery and wants to get out on the track. Because this is where you can make up a lot of points. You can also lose a lot of points. Like, take a look at old Luke Riley in the 98 truck, the defending truck champion. He missed the first race because of a unfortunate series of events. He is 9th, one race behind. He needs a catch-up race, and boy, wouldn't it be nice if he was on his luck today and everybody else just died. That could happen. It's Talladega. So, my strat is to basically just survive. As you see, 15th on back just straight up died behind us. So yeah, the plan is to basically just try to drive smart. And let's just see where the chips fall, and you never know what can happen. Has to be in or down the back stretch for the first time. Checkups will be plenty. As they're going, oh well, and there goes the crash. And we escape the crash. That's the strat. You just got to drive conservative and let the chips fall where they may. Everyone was swerving in and out. The outside was coming in and the inside was coming out. Just bound to make contact, and there they went. Man, oh man, oh man. And we're up in the 4th place just like that, and we're catching. I hope we can catch Luke and Major up here. 2nd and 3rd. They're in a 2-truck tandem. And so, but we basically did this. Well, as they're passing, we have a crash, another crash. That's for the lead. All sorts of contact. Ow! That was a fast-moving series of offenses. We're getting back going here. I don't know what you're doing, 92, but okay. So Luke and Major caught the leader, which I think was Cutter in the 21. And then I don't know what happened, But those three just made all sorts of contact, and I just got plowed by the 40 truck. And look at all the spots we're going to lose. We're back to 9th. And so now we're basically in 9th. We've got Hunty in the one truck who's gearing up for the 7th season of trucks in that unsponsored number 1, and Scrib, who is I think 4th in points as we're coming to the white flag. 1 up to go in stage 1 presented by Geico. Hashtag cheap plug, and look at the run I'm getting on these two. Just beautiful. I've got nowhere to take it though. As again, the plan, you just want to be conservative right here. But if the situation presents itself, and I'm going to take advantage of it, as 9th place is actually not that bad, low key. And for the final time in stage 1, I'm getting a little high, and I think everyone's going to be okay. We're all single file here. Scrib is going to go high for no reason. But it's okay, whoa! As we're going to get 9th. Not a bad stage at all. We went from 13th to 9th. So I'll take that. I would definitely take that. So that's a gain of 4 spots. Could have been more, but you know. Contact. As the right front seems to be okay. So when we make contact with Major in the 40, who is right behind us for stage 2, as that's about to go down in the DMs. So basically the same idea. Drive conservative, and well, that works. And so then we had a lag spike, and that just allowed the outside to get discombobulated and wrecked. So we're in the 5th now. Hello. That's that checkup I was talking about. And then we're just going to be in a single file line, as this checkup is really not good. And then, okay, as Hunty is just going to force Duck King out of line. And I'm just going to follow Hunty. And Major got into the back of me and had nowhere to go. So Major and Duck go to the back. Me and Hunty go to the front. We got 3 laps to go. We're up into 4th place, which is pretty good. Pretty good for us. I mean, you know, I don't think I'm a good restrictor plate racer, but as long as you stick to a plan and just drive like you want to drive, you can be okay at a restrictor plate. Again, just driving conservative is the way to go here, I think. And with that said, I'm just gonna get out of this and say the heck with it. 'Cause you know there's going to be another crash coming. You just know it. And I don't want to be in the middle of it. So we're going to fall back. I thought about cutting inside though, but that ain't going to happen. So we're going to fall all the way back to 12th. 12th it is. Part of it is sign. Because of that. Well, there goes 3 of them. I mean, I'm telling you, Talladega and Daytona, it's just not good. as we pretty much all buy ourselves in 9th place. Coming to the white flag, 1 lap to go, presented by McDonald's, hashtag cheap plug, as we have a lot of checkup going on. As we're going to get 1, 2, 3 spots. So we've made up half the spots we purposely gave, which just shows you the plan is working. We're going to get another spot right here. And then this checkup is just not good. Another checkup is, thanks for the warning, guys, as we're basically just going to end it. I'm not going to pass anybody, and we're going to get 5th place right here for the stage. We gained 4 more spots from the beginning of stage 2. So we went from 13th to 9th in stage 1 and 9th to 5th in stage 2. And what is more incredible is the fact that we went from 12th to 5th in 2 laps. Again, just sticking to the plan of conservative driving. Now, stage 3, that might change a little bit. Just a little bit, however, because the plan is to still be a little conservative, but if I'm on the if we're getting crunch time, you're gonna have to try to block just a little. But I mean, you're gonna have to try to block. Like, if there's something that you can't do anything about, you just tip your cap to them and move on, as stage 3 is live. This inside line is going to get a huge pull. We're going to get around Strauss into 13. We're going to get around the 8 of Justin with a great push by Cuttle, who just tried to go down. With 3 hello. Well, okay, that was sketchy. That was 3 wide. And then Luke is going to go up. I don't know why. Because he's going to lose the lead to Spank. And then I'm coming in P2. So it's all good. But yeah, like right here, you're gonna have to force the situation a little bit. Second place. Second place. With 11 laps to go, this is when it hits the fan. So basically, don't give up the position. That's basically what you're trying to do here. But if you see something that's just OP, you're just gonna have to give it to them. As you can see, I was on the yellow line, but I mean, the yellow line is your best friend. And then it also doesn't help when the leader is just, I mean, in a draft like this, whoever was in first place or the lead car in that pack is always going to be the slowest, as we have a big crash behind us, and there goes a bunch of people. Well, not a bunch, but some. I would say some, because I do see a pretty healthy number of people in the back. But yeah, dude, with 10 laps to go, the yellow line is your best friend. You can't go below the yellow line to pass somebody. It's, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory. So, what I'm doing now, other than blocking, is to set myself up for a pass as we're coming to 9 laps to go. we're basically going to try to set ourselves up here for a pass with Spank, because, you know, winning would be nice. As whoa! Well, oh, big crash. Oh. I don't have a clue what the 8 was trying to pull. I don't know what the 8 was trying to achieve on that instant. But it basically just killed his chances to win this race. That is a rip. That was not it, Chief. But I could see the desire. But, yeah, dude. That was not the time and the place to do that. And you can't pass anybody on the yellow line, and I do not know what that was, but it was behind us. So if you can notice here, there's only like 4 people left in this front pack. You got Spank, me, Scrib, and Cam. So now we have now we have a little bit of a dilemma here, because we can gain points on Major and TG by just chilling, or we can try to be aggressive and go for the win, potentially get crashed out, and be back in that fray. Because if we just be safe here, we're guaranteed of top 4 finishes, okay. And I don't feel really confident on restrictor plates. Like, I hate restrictor plates. Because, I mean, I just don't like how they drive and how you're supposed to drive them to win. Now, Cam, on the other hand, really good at restrictor plates, OP. He's trying to make something happen. Speaking of which, oh, that's contact. As I'm just trying to form something here. We got 6 laps to go. The outside line is not that good here, and you're about to see as Spank is just going to try. Just hold it, and he's going to clear us. I just don't have a truck that can make moves. However, we do get the momentum down the back stretch. And if you recall, me and Spank were one-on-one battling for 9th the first time, and I used my magic in the 74 truck to get around Mr. Spank and hold him off for that position. So coming to 5 laps to go, I just concede and go back to the bottom of the track. And, like, I want to win. But I mean, I gotta look at the big picture here as Cam just gets incredibly loose. Probably because of me. But you just gotta look at the big picture here. Mike Holman Racing has never been they've never made the chase. They made the chase. We're 17 points out in 3rd place coming into this race. TG and Major Spy are wrecked somewhere. I don't know where they're at, but they're wrecked in the back. They're not in the top 5 and they're not 6th. Because DJ was 5th before Hunty got around him. By the way, shout out to Hunty in that one truck for being in P5 right now. Good for them. But back to the point. Back to the situation. If Mike Holman Racing can win a championship, that would be huge. Just really huge. And a step towards that is not putting yourself in any type of dangerous predicament where you can crash and go to the back. So, as we're coming to the end of this race, we're coming to 3 laps to go. But now it's about 3 1/4, but you get the point. As we come to the end of this race, if I see a move, I'm going to take it, but I mean, I'm not really confident in the situation. And I can just ride this out. And the worst spot I'm going to get is 4th. And Screb as well. Screb was like, 20 points behind? Like 3 points behind me in 4th. It was TG, then Major, then 17 back to me, and then 20 back to Screb. So the two of us are just, sitting in the catboard seat, if you will. As I think Cam is getting really antsy, but I mean, I just don't know, Chief. We're coming to 2 laps of racing to go. Well, that's a lag spike by the 83. But thank God. Thank God it didn't spin any of us. As that was highly dangerous. But as you can see, we're gonna try to time a move on the outside heel. But I just don't know if we can get to it because Screb and Spink are pretty good together. And I don't think Screb is gonna pull out and try to win. As I think he's in the same boat as me and just wants to close up this championship battle. Speaking of which, as we're coming to the white flag, 1 lap to go at Talladega, presented by BJ's Travel Center, #cheap plug. I really don't see a move we can make here, but you never know. And we're about to find out if Screb is really going to try to win this race or just chill and take the huge amount of points and move on with his bad self. We're getting a run. It just stalled. Well, we had a run down the back stretch, but it just stalled out at the last second. And then I'm going to get left by Cam, as Cam's going to get around me for 3rd. As we're coming to the start-finish line, Cam's trying to go high. He tries to get back in, but it's too late. Screb and Cam make contact. I'm going to be pushing Screb. We make more contact. That was a lot of contact. But we get 3rd. Wow. Actually, you have to try something. But down the back stretch, the first half of the back stretch, me and Cam had a run. The second half, Spank and Screb picked it up and just out-muscled us for the last half of that last lap. I just couldn't do anything. I don't feel comfortable at all with restrictor plates, or comfortable at restrictor plates, and you can see why. Finishing order, we get 3rd. TG got 17th and Major got 16th. That is huge. And Justin, for trying to make that interesting move, goes from a automatic top 5 to 10th. No bueno, indeed. So, me and Screb just picked up a boatload of points. Major 15th and TG 16th. That is No, Major 16th and TG 17th. And Screb and I finished 2nd and 3rd. So, with that said, that just really made the points battle into a, if I do the math right, I think 4 people were within 5 points. 4 people were within 5 points of the points lead. TG, Major, me, and Screb. Talladega was a great success. Congratulations to Spink on the win. But that's it, thank God. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you all for the next one.